fam, my name is Chelsea. I'm a crafty companion, and today's crafty companion is Honey, who actually is here today, and by here I mean I came to her. This is my Four Seasons room. Normally we would have our Christmas tree up, but it's currently hidden in our garage, and Andy hasn't dug it out yet. So it's a bit cold in here, but I wanted to have Honey here for a crafty companion time. I say that and then she jumps down, right? Yeah, probably. So I hope everybody has a nice warm drink today. This is just donut shop coffee with Cinnamon Toast Crunch creamer. It is so good. All right. So if you saw the intro, it's just a little time lapse of me getting ready to do Flosstube. Mostly just me unpacking my bags and then realizing what I didn't work on, which was everything I said I was going to work on. Well, I make goals if you're going to follow them. You having fun? Your nails sharp? Good girl. She's crazy. She's my favorite. But I kind of talked myself like down from whatever ledge I was on, because I was feeling really, really bad about the fact that I didn't touch any of my things that I was like, oh, these are the goals for this week. I didn't get to them, or I didn't get as much in them as I thought I was. And then I was like, but I am putting stitches in other things. So I'm still making progress through other things. I can't make myself feel bad about not working on other things. It's all arbitrary, is what I'm saying. So, had to make myself feel a little bit better about the choices that I've made. But you know what the choices came to is I have a finish. And I think it's the first time I've had a finish on my Flosstube. So, and yes, it's a small, and yes, it's for the pen pal thing, but it's still a finish. Like, I started something and I finished something, and it felt really good. So I think I'm going to keep doing that. As if I want to stitch on something, I stitch on it. There's a lot of stuff that's happened this week. So just last night, I started a group on Facebook called the Midnight Stitchers. I really wanted to call it the Dexy's Midnight Stitchers, but I didn't think everybody would get the reference, so I didn't. But we're called the Midnight Stitchers. Basically, it's revolving around midnight Central Standard Time. We're going to have Zoom meetings at least twice a week. And it's just to have like a little stitch along, like stitchy time together. But also the group is doing a stitch along. We're also probably going to do next year, we're going to do like a Secret Santa. Just a small stitchy community. I think we only have like 22 members so far. But it's really cool because we're all awake at the same time, so we can all talk at the same time. That's the whole purpose of the group, is midnight Central Standard Time. So it's a lot of people who work night shifts or second shifts who happen to stay up a little bit later. And we all like to cross stitch. So I mean, it's a pretty good idea for a group. It started in Cross Stitch Unlimited's Facebook group, and then we migrated into our own. So I'm really, really excited to work on that. Since I'm kind of spearheading it, it's just a new thing for my anxiety to worry about. What else? Because I have a bunch of enablers as my friends now, there's about 5 more Etsy shops. So our SAL, I'll explain the SAL so you understand why I'm being enabled. So most of the time when you see a SAL, it's everybody picks the same design and works on it. But that doesn't work when you're working with a big group of people, because sometimes they don't like the pattern, like they don't like the design. So instead, our SAL is we're voting currently on an Etsy shop. And it's to support a small business or a small designer. And so we have a poll going where people can add shops in that they enjoy. And from there, we vote, and you have multiple choices. So like you pick all the ones that you like, and then at the end, whoever has the most votes we all pick whatever design we want from that shop, and that is our sal for the first 6 months of the year, and then we do it again in summer. So it's a really, really cool idea for a sal, is that we all get to kind of work on what we want, but it's together, and we're supporting a small business. So I thought it was a good idea, so I ran with it. So if you want to join, I will put the link to the Facebook group down below, or you can look us up. It is the Midnight Stitchers on Facebook. Yeah, so far it's been really fun. It's been hectic. I have a lot of Facebook notifications now where I used to not, but it's fine. However, because I made like a free sals of 2021 for the group, I found a new sal. Well, I knew about it, but I wasn't interested based on the photo I'd seen. So I'll show you. This is the photo I saw. And just by like this, I didn't want to do it, just because it looked kind of, I don't know, eh. And also, I knew that I don't need another sal. I know that I don't. And this is something I do not expect to finish in 2021. I don't. I don't even have like an assumption. It's pretty big. But what hooked me was the frame. Now this is all color, but my printer work is black and white, so. But it's full-on Tetris frame. And it's going to be like NES inspired pieces, and it's all mystery, so each month we're going to get a section. And I am quite excited. Oh, do I have I might have it printed. Yeah, so it's split up like this. And then this top piece is going to be a customizable part. And they said that'll come out at some point during it all. So I'm really, really, really excited. I'm going to go ahead and pick up everything for that probably on, not this week. It'll be probably right after Christmas, before the New Year's, because still doing no buy 2021. So I'm trying to get myself set up as much as I possibly can so I don't have to buy anything other than what I've previously stated. So if I run out of floss, I can buy that. Not fancy floss. Like I can't just go out and buy silks because I want silks. And then I'm paying for my monthly subscription to the samplers of the month. The Country Cottage Needlework Sampler of the Month. Monthly sampler. Mine's currently in the mail and got lost last week. So it's been lost in the mail. I had intentions of finishing it before January. That's not going to happen now. But what happens, happens. Hopefully my January gets here before January, though, because this was already delayed. This was supposed to be here late November, the December one, or January one. The January one was supposed to be late November, so February is supposed to be late December, because I'm supposed to have the whole month before to get it stitched, and that was the goal. So hopefully if February comes, that'll work out, and then when November happens, I'll work on December. Whichever way it works, I have a new start every month, and one of them will work for my Stitchmania. I'll be starting that one for Stitchmania that month. All right. So that's everything that's like happened. No, it's not. That's not everything that's happened. So there were 2 days I didn't stitch like at all. I forgot a whip up here. It's okay. I will show it next week. I only finished the heart on Stitch and Room. If you guys remember that from way back when, I've decided that I'm going to have one project at home at all times, because I take a lot of my projects to work and leave them there because that's where I get most of my stitching done. This time I was like, oh, I'll leave this one here with a needle and everything that I need to continue stitching on it. And so I did. And so I worked on Stitch and Room. I got the top heart in the corner, but you'll see it next week. I'll make sure that it's in there. Then, so Wednesday, man, I'm having a hard time remembering everything that's happened this week. We did something on Wednesday. So Thursday we had Digimon here. We hosted Digimon at our house. And that was a bit of fun. Oh, Wednesday I had my friend come over. And we had like a double date night with her and her boyfriend, and then me and my husband. And it was really nice. And it was just like a relaxing evening. And we're going to be doing it again tonight. But this time we're going to be diamond painting. So I have that to show you next week. And because we are working on a gift for our friend, one of my bridesmaids. So my friend is one of my bridesmaids, and we're making a gift for another one of my bridesmaids for my wedding. They're both in my Dungeons and Dragons group that hasn't been doing anything. We probably will start back up after the new year. Other than that, so yeah, I didn't get much stitching done on those 2 days, but I did go hard on the other days. Like I got some stitching done, just not on the things I said were my goals. So Peppermint Purple, a year of black work, and Kringles. I said I was definitely going to get that square of Kringles done. I didn't even pick it up at all week. Didn't even touch it. But I touched other things. So I want to show you my finish. So, Susan, if you happen to be watching this, this is the time that you turn away and don't look. Na, na, na. Here, I'll put something behind. It says Happy Holidays at the bottom. This is called Penguin with Gift. It's on Etsy. I forgot the artist last time as well because it's not on the pattern. But if you look up Penguin with Gift, you can find it on Etsy. How stinking cute. I'd never done shadowing with half stitches before, and I love the look of it. So now I'm going to be doing that with a lot of my designs that I make. I bet you anything you'll see a lot of that as soon as I learn how to make half stitches on one stitch. I'm sure it's just one button click, and I just haven't found it yet. Every time I get on one stitch, I learn a new thing. So, but I adore it. I know that there are some white back stitching that I didn't do, but I don't think it's going to add to it. I think it might actually take away from it, so I'm not going to do it. I really, really enjoy it, and if you guys want to see my back, there you go. This was done with mostly CXC, and then just I think 2 or 3 colors of DMC, but the rest was CXC. Because I like working with CXC way more than DMC. So, yeah. Alright. That was my finish. I'm really excited. I got a finish done. And if I keep working the way I worked this week, I will have another finish done. On Autumn ABCs by Little House Needleworks. I am in love with this chart. Every time I pull this out, I don't want to stop working on it. And it's always the last project I work on while I'm at work. So I'm sitting there like, can I call the person who comes in after me and say, hey, can you stay home for an extra couple hours? I want to stay. Like even after a 16-hour shift, I'm like, I really don't want to stop. Can you not come in? Which is how I was today. So this is a little bit wrinkly, so I'm going to try and hold it out so you see. But I am 1 letter away from being half done, and I've only worked on this like 3 times. 3 real stitch sessions. And I am just like blowing through this. So I had down to the house done. So this week I did all of this, which was kind of intensive. Like it took way longer than the house because there's multiple colors going on. Multiple leaves. My phone's a little bit further away from me today than it normally is, and that'll show you where it started. Isn't it absolutely stunning? I love it. I really do. We're thinking about, man, they gave me extra of this, but not enough to be over 2, so it's fine. we're thinking about getting the frame that is called for these. It's not cheap, but we're only going to get one and make it magnetized so we can just snap these in and out, all 4 of them per season. So that's something that we're thinking about. That might be what I ask for my birthday next year, part of it. It's this frame. It is it's from Family Tree Frames, the Nicole 4 inches by 22 inches with flea market blackbird finishing. Yeah, so there you go. There's everything. Oh, this is on called for. But it is an 18 count. So it asks for 32 count winter brew from R&R Reproductions, which has screwed me over many times now at this point. I believe, isn't this? Yeah, it's 18 count, which has screwed me over because everything else kind of came in 32 and 16 as well. And I got this on 18, which means I had to keep everything on 18 or 36. And not everything came with it. So we had to do some substitutions on the other ones. But that's okay. It's worth it. It's beautiful. And does it mean that it might not fit in the frame that it calls for? Yes. Didn't think about that until just now. Because Anyway. So. I'm just going to set everything to the side when I'm done talking about it. I have it all in a nice little order for me to put everything away, but who knows how long that'll last. All right, my next one is Sugar's Catchphrases. This one I keep putting it off because I don't want to work on the pants. But that's what we're working on. And these BTS ones are a lot of just color block. And I don't like color block. Not as much as this is. So this is what the pattern looks like. Called Sugar's Catchphrases by CSP by Linesia on Etsy. And this is being done on 18 count black Aida. And I am on the pants. And let me tell you, I do not like how much color blocking there is. I know that like if I do another blue session, I'll get up here. Then I'll do the hand to try and break it up a little and then continue down and then maybe do the shoe. I do both shoes because I can count that. It's not that far. So yeah, that's the plan. I like that. I'm like, hey, I can have my cat in here and then she doesn't come in here. All right, that's fine. So that's how far I made it. I have a hard time working on this one. I don't ever have the motivation to do it, which is sad because it's one of my favorite patterns. I just don't have the motivation to work on it because I have to get through the pants. As soon as I get into like the lettering with the black work, I will be better. But those pants are killing me. Anyway, next up is something that I shouldn't even show you. Home is where the cat is. I think I put like 6 stitches in. Not even that, maybe 2 stitches. Still on the H. I had my yearly goal was to finish the word home. I can't even finish the letter H. And it's not that I don't want to work on it. It's just like, it's meh. It's a gift for somebody else. And since I know it's not going to be done this year, obviously, it kind of put me off working on it. So I think I'm going to have to just put it to the side for a little bit and see how I feel about it, say in a month, and see if I want to bring it out and work on it more. So I'm not going to continue saying that this is a part of my yearly goal. I know it's not going to get done. Now, as soon as I say that, it's all I'm going to want to work on because I really do want to work on that house. I think that house is pretty. This is another one that's probably going to get finished this week. Not as in like a goal that I can't reach, but as in a goal that I'm definitely going to reach. I only have 6.5 blocks left. This is my 2020 Halloween Sal. I worked on this tonight for this week. So I did the boo, I got some of this white started, and I finished all the black. Like all the outlining and finished the cat. So I only have those 6 blocks left. 5.5. That's it. I can do that in a day and a half. Less than that. I can do it in a day, given the actual time to do it. My little pumpkin medallion slides. I need to stitch it down a little bit better before I frame it. That little gold plated, which you could only get if you bought the kit. So yeah, really excited that it'll be done. I realize I need to get a board to hang these up on. So very excited. Also, very obviously Cinderella's not a part of this. That's my needle minder. And yes, I do realize it does not match the theme. But this project needed a needle minder, and I didn't have another Halloween one on hand. So, very excited to work on that and finish it. I hadn't touched it all week until today when I was like, oh yeah, I was supposed to work on that because I was supposed to have it done. But I didn't get it done. I think we all saw it coming. Something I did go ham on. Okay, so the part 12 of the 2020 linen and thread sale obviously came out because it was December. I hadn't printed it out, and I'd been holding off on working on the initials because I didn't know how many initials were going to be in the full project. But now that it's out, I could find out. And so I have replaced all of the initials in the project with names that matter to me. So surrounding the center part where I'm going to have my initials are my bridesmaids, as well as my best friend. Then all throughout are either family members or best friends who have been there for me this year. And that's kind of what it's about. And then I almost left my husband off of it, so he got up here. And then I had to make a special spot for my other best friend at the top above my favorite part of the design. So, very excited. I cannot wait to continue working on it. I really can't. I love this. It's so pretty. So, here's where I am. And I did get 2 of the initials in. So as you can see, I got the S and then the RB. And then so from there, so I got S, RB, and then I did all of this and then all of this. I love this pattern. So I'm almost done with January. My goal with linen and threads, I'm not going to do the 2021 because they're using it's a very, I'm going to say it in a horrible way. It's like terrazzo, something like that. I looked up the style. I'm not a fan. It's a lot of blue, which I like blue, but I don't know. Not my style, so I'm not going to go do it. But what I am going to do, since I'm still in January of this, is I'm going to keep up with it throughout the year. I'm going to finish January, throughout January, and then February I'm going to work on February and hope that I get through that and work the 2020 sale as if it was 2021. Yeah. So that's the goal with that. And I'm really, really happy that I'm working on it and that I'm liking it still. In fact, I like it more right now than I ever have. And I've always liked it. Something about this pattern in particular I've liked. And which is weird because I don't like Quakers all that much. Or at least I didn't think I did. But I really like working on them. And I really like the look of this one. But I think that could be the fabric. I need to put this in a bigger bag. I say it every time that I bring it out. And I say, oh, it needs to go in a bigger bag. I don't put it in one. Oh well, it went in, which is what I say every time. All right, next one is, I worked on it, but not a lot. This is the Zimmerman coverlet style. Everyone else has just blasted through this. I lag behind, which is fine. It's not a race. I love the pattern. I'm telling you, the second that El Poo is here, I can't remember her last name. I just know it's El Poo is here on Instagram. And it'll say in the thing, hold on. It was Ellen Reed. There we go. See, it tells you on the information packet. It was a blanket that she's had in her heirloom family. She's had it. And then Modern Folk Embroidery was like, hey, we'll chart it. The second she announced it, I bought it. That's how much I loved it. And 2 seconds after that, I dyed the fabric for it. Because this was for a mini Haid. And I was like, nope, I have a better use for you now. So this is how, well, technically the pattern is like this, but I'm going to show it like this. I finished this flower. And I think it's stunning. I still love this. I didn't put this in my goals because it's not an immediate needs to get done thing for me. But every time I get to pull it out, I'm really happy to work on it. I just like working on it. It's such a pretty design. I like the flowers. I like it all. It's so pretty. I'm only doing one repeat. I'm not doing the second or the third or anything. Just the one. I think it's going to be pretty enough on its own. Let it stand out and be itself. All right, next thing I worked on is my Sneaky Snow. This is Candy Cane Lane by Brenda Gervais. I love the pattern. I love it. I wish I would have done it on a different fabric so you could see the snow. Andy says he can see the snow perfectly straight on. I say you can see the snow when it's tilted. So, I won't remove. I will just slide out and hope that it doesn't bother you. So I worked on the roof and I worked on some more of the building and I got the little berry done on him. But, oh, in this light you can see the snow because there's shadows. But like, of course I'm not going to have any light. But like that, you can't see it. But when there's shadows on it, you can see the snow. Either way, I think the point's going to get across. Like, I'm thinking about outlining the snowman, or at least outlining the snowbanks. And I might go over some of the snow pieces with a Krynic, just a sparkly Krynic, to help it sparkle a little bit, but that'll be after I get it done. So my goal with that was to get through the top band, just like the snow, the house, and the trees. And then the snowflakes in the sky, which I finished half of. I've gotten most of the snowflakes in the sky. But to finish the snow on the side, the trees, and the house is kind of the goal for this year. Which I think I can do. With the rate I'm going, I don't know. But hopefully it gets better. I did do a lot today. We'll see. Then onto the pattern that I told you I was not going to get done. I was like, nope, I set the goal too high. I'm not going to reach it. I might reach it, guys. This is Dawn of Victory. It's my Heaven and Earth design. It's by Alexandra V. Buck or Alexandra M. Buck. I should really look this up and remember it. I always get it backwards. I'm going to say V today. I think it's Alexandra V. Buck. Yeah. But look how much I got done. So, the reason why I think I'm going to get this done is everything up to this line here, this direct line down, all of this is one color. Like, all of that I need to stitch, which I can sit and do all of that stitching in one session, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 500-ish stitches. I can get it done. So I would almost guarantee you by the next time you see this, I will have up to this diagonal done, and then I'll only have those last couple hundred to do. I'm going to get this done, the diagonal. It'll be done by the new year. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Right now I'm at 1.75% done on it, which obviously is not a lot. It's 1.75%, but you know what? It's more than 0%. It's more than 1%. Every time that I reach another 0.25, I'm really excited, and I realize that by 10%, that's not going to be a lot. Probably by 10%, I'll be like, yay, another percent. But it's nice to have something to like keep track towards. But this is the project that I can't work on at home because it requires exporting. Anything that requires Pattern Keeper means I work on it pretty much primarily at work. Things that didn't get touched: Animal Crossing, Waywusion, Kit Kringles, Peppermint Purple, Friends, Mini Bar, Stained Glass Evolutions, and the Christmas Village by the Prairie Schooler, which will get worked on this week because it is a part of my goals, and I am almost done with the goal. And I've got a little bit of work on each level of the house, but not a lot. I've got half of a tree and then the gate. And so that'll be done soonish. I can show you. So I've got this part of the house, obviously all the windows, the parts of the roof, half of the rest of this tree, and then the little fence right here. And then I will have reached my goal for the year, which was to finish that section of the design. I love working on it. The only reason I didn't work on it this week was it was at the very bottom of the bag and I couldn't find it. I looked for it. And instead, I pulled out Autumn ABCs. I'm not mad. I got to work on Autumn ABCs, and I'm going really quick through it. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead, mail that off, and then, yeah. It's been a good week. I'm telling you, I've had a lot of fun. I got to meet a lot of new people. I'm shaking my camera, I'm sorry. I have a bunch of new subscribers. Thank you, hello. Thank you for coming by. If you're new, thanks for watching. I realize that I'm a little more eccentric than some other Flosstubers. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm very open about mental illness and gay rights. My brain just stopped working there. I'm going to start dissociating. I started talking about it. I'm going to drink my coffee, and then I'm going to go to bed. Because coffee before bed is how I continue to live my life. And just thank you guys. Thank you guys for supporting me. Even if, everything's quiet, I'm glad that I have people who continue to like what I do and just want to hang out. So, like I said, I will put down below the Midnight Stitchers Facebook group. Feel free to join. There's 4 questions, and one of them's like, do you like cross stitch? Are you awake at Central Standard Time midnight? Yeah. I will be putting up the Midnight Stitchers Wednesday meetups on my Flosstube as a Stitch With Me. I will create a separate playlist for that. But we'll see how that goes. Hopefully everything continues and it works out well. But if you want to be a part of that poll for the SAL, it closes on the 20th. So you only have about a week. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you had fun. I hope you got to have a nice warm drink. And I hope you meet your goals, unlike me.